Hey everyone, this is Miko with the Permit Empire, and I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. I want to thank those of you who have recently liked, commented, subscribed, or even shared my videos. I want to let you know that I really do appreciate it, and I ask that if you have not done any of those things so far, that you go ahead and feel free to do so today. All right, so let's jump right into this video. So today I wanted to talk about 3 different ways as a permit runner that you can make money. Now, for the most part, yes, I am talking a lot about the actual permit runner service, the courier service, the portion where you're actually picking up documents from a potential client and taking those documents to the building department to have them processed. And once they're processed, you are picking those documents up and bringing them back to your client, to the contractor, right? Now, in some cases, you are doing this online. You're not even actually going out to your client to pick up documents. They may send you over an email, and guess what? You're doing everything online virtually. You're uploading documents that was given to you, that were provided to you by your client. You're uploading those documents into a portal, into the building department's portal, and you're having them processed. And once they're processed for approval or rejection or whatever the case is, you're notifying your client. You're either printing out those documents or you are simply forwarding that information or those approved documents right over to the contractor. Now, this is usually what I am talking about, because guess what? This is where, from what I have noticed, you're making the most of your money as it pertains to being a permit runner. This is where, hey, most of my income as a permit runner is coming from the actual run, the actual courier part. And again, doesn't mean I'm always physically getting out of my office and going to meet with a client, taking those documents to the building department, having them processed and then picking them up when they're ready. This doesn't mean that. In a lot of cases, again, this is something that I am doing online. I'm simply uploading documents that may have just been emailed over to me by my clients, by my contractors that are my clients. They may have just emailed that over to me and I'm uploading them. So sure, with something of that nature, you're charging, depending on where you are, $150 upwards. And again, that's depending on your area. That definitely has, there's other things that this depends on when you're setting your rates. But for the most part, you should not be charging anything really less than $150 for that service. Again, depending on where you are, your location, depending on what city you are in, what area you are in, you have to take that into consideration, because you may be charging a lot more than that for your services, and that's okay, right? So that's usually the number one way as a permit runner you're making your money, by doing the actual permit run. All right, so number 2, the second way, here's the second way, because there's multiple ways, but here's the second way that I have noticed. When you are preparing documents for your client. Now, in a lot of cases, I'm not preparing documents for my clients. They're just providing me the information. I'm getting, uploading those documents and submitting them over to the building department, or I'm doing that run, right? But in some cases, I have some projects where the client is actually kind of at a loss himself or herself at what belongs in this package, what needs to go to the building department. They may actually be at a loss, and so they hire me to go ahead and prepare that full package, combining all of the documents that are needed for that service. Now, for me, in a lot of cases, I notice that that's what I'm doing when it comes down to like window and door permits, sunroom permits, perhaps driveway permits, pergola permits, those type of things. I'm actually putting those packages together for my potential client. I'm getting everything ready for them, because again, they may not understand exactly what's needed. They may not know. They may not even have the time to sit and put all of that together and mark all the sheets up. They may just don't know. So in a lot of cases, I am hired for that service. And again, even with that service, right? Just another way to make additional income on top of the run. You can charge anywhere. Well, with that, because even that's part of my administrative services, but even with that, depending on the package that you're putting together, you can charge $50 and up for that. Again, once it gets complicated, once there gets to be more involvement, you're charging much more than that. But ideally, you're looking at charging no less than at least $50 to have packages put together for your client. Again, this is dependent on your location, your area, where you are. It's dependent on the size of the project. But for the most part, you're not looking to get paid less than $50 per package that you prepare. That's kind of just what that is. So that is another way that you can add additional income to your business as a permit runner. So of course, we talked about the run, which is what everyone talks about. We've talked about preparing packages, right? But also something very simple. Number 3, notarizing documents. Now, of course, not in all areas will a notary be required for signatures, but in a lot of cases, you will find that a notary is needed to verify or confirm the property owner or the qualifier or the contractor's signature. They will need those signatures notarized in a lot of cases. There may also be additional forms that may need to be signed off other than just the permit application. If this is an owner-builder project, there's owner-builder affidavits that may need to be signed and notarized as well. There are different things. There might even be notice of commencements that need to be signed and notarized as well. So this is also something that you can add right in there to make additional income. Now, each state has a set rate in play that you can charge for your notary services, but also take into consideration the travel. If you're meeting with a potential client or one of your client's clients and they want you to sign off on documents, they want that client to sign off on documents and you to notarize, they may need you to go out and meet with that client. So sure, you're going to charge your notary fee, but what about your travel fee? And what other fees that you take into consideration for that? Some people charge for their mileage. So you want to also look at that as a way to add income right into your business. And again, dependent upon where you are, your state, your location, certain fees are already set in play for notaries. So of course you're abiding by those, but consider travel rates, mileage, that kind of thing. You want to add that right in there. And that is a way that you can add additional income right into your permit running business. So again, we've kind of covered just the courier portion of it, which is the portion that everyone talks about. That's a great way, of course, to make money as a permit runner. It's the main way to make money as the permit runner. We want to talk about preparing documents. Maybe your client wants you to package up the documents for them. Maybe there are certain things that they need you to actually get for them. That's a great way to add income into your business. And of course, you don't want to jump into a project that you're not, if this is a large project, sure, this might be something that you don't want to do if this is your first time or you're new to permit running. But some of the smaller packages, they're fairly simple. You can put those together and charge a fee for that. And of course, as a notary, that's an additional service that you can charge for. So just wanted to jump in here really quick and talk about 3 different ways as a permit runner you can make money. Now, if you have any questions, you have any comments, definitely feel free to leave them below in the comments section, and I look forward to chit-chatting with you later.